All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This your boy True Inferno. Today's date is Sunday, January the 5th. All right, so before we get on with the meat of the video, we got this right here. So we got a 2K egg right here. I have no clue what this is. It just popped up right when I was about to start recording. So let's see what we get from this 2K egg. This should be the only egg hatching, by the way. And it is, it's a party hat Pichu. Nice, but it's not shiny. Not nice. All right, let's see what the IVs are on this thing. And it is crappy. So, whatever. All right, and I already checked that Magnemite. It's not shiny. All right, so now with that out the way, what is this video about? So, if you recall my last video, which I released this past Friday, I gave you guys my 10 predictions for Pokemon Go for the year 2020. And if you've been following the channel over the last 3 years or so, you know what's coming up, right? So, I'm about to give you guys my 5 goals for 2020 involving Pokemon Go. So before I get into this, you probably want to, are you going to say anything about the New Year's event? No, because I don't like it. That's what I'm going to say about it. Let's move on to number 5. All right, so number 5 on my list is something that I've been talking about doing last year, late last year, but I never really got the chance to because when this was announced, it was always the last minute and things didn't work out my way, so I couldn't do it last year, but I will make an effort to do it this year. And the thing about this is a number of you guys at this location has been dying. I ain't gonna go that far as say begging, but y'all wanted me to show up. Y'all wanted me to visit, but I'm gonna keep it real. I always wanted to visit for years, and I think I'm going to try to make it happen this year. So what am I talking about? I want to go to New York. Yes, I want to go to New York, but I want to go to New York for Community Day. So I think this started in October or November. I want to say October. So basically what I'm talking about is this. So basically the Galaxy store, the Samsung store in New York at the Meat District, they've been hosting Community Day events at this store for the past few months. And I don't know if they're doing anything this month because I haven't seen anything. I haven't heard any announcements, anything like that. But if they were to start it, and more like it's probably going to be cold as heck. It's January. It's the wintertime. It's New York. So it's going to be cold. So they're probably going to start it up again, and this is just a guess, in March or in April, whichever month they start this up again, assuming they start up again, I want to be there for it. So at some point in time this year, I want to show up to New York for a Community Day event. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is unique, and I say it's unique because not a lot of people make this a goal. Like, you know, I've seen some people like say how many of these they have in the game, but I never hear anybody over the years flat out say, I want to get this many before the end of the year, whatever the case may be. So I'm probably the first. So what am I talking about? I want to get a certain number of shinies in the game, and the number I'm gunning for is 1,000. Yes, I want to have 1,000 shinies before the end of the year. So as you can see over there, I currently have 633 shinies. Now, granted, we got all these community days that's coming up, you know, well, there's only going to be 12. And obviously new shinies will be added into the game and stuff like that. But will I be able to get 1,000? Will I have 1,000 before the end of 2020? That's the question. So, you know, we have to wait and see how many I end up with at the end of the year. All right, so let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is going to be interesting because number 3 kind of involves number 5. So it's going to involve traveling. It's going to involve travel. Yes, it's going to involve travel. So what I want to do? Well, speaking of number 5, I want to travel to 5 different places this year for Pokemon Go, involving Pokemon Go. So if there's like a guy's trip, that won't count. If there's like a family trip, that won't count. So I want to go to 5 different places this year because of Pokemon Go. So we got Go Fest here in America in June, obviously. Now the Go Fest in Japan in August, that one's going to be iffy because I won't have any more. I currently have like 3 days off prior to August the 16th, which is my anniversary day. And after that, I will get, I think it's 10. Yeah, I would get 10 days off that I can use between that point and next year's August 16th. So If Go Fest in Japan is before August 16th, more than likely I'm not going to go. If it's after that date, yeah, I'm definitely going. So that one's going to be iffy, and I think there's a good chance it could be after August 16th, because remember, the Olympics is in Tokyo, and Tokyo and Yokohama, assuming it's in Yokohama again this year, even though they're not neighboring areas, but they kind of close to each other. So, they may want to push that Go Fest Yokohama back to pass August 16th, because the Olympics go until the 12th. So I just want to put that out there. Now, so that's those two right there. Then, of course, there's Community Days event, like the New York one, so that would be one. And then there'll be two more spots. So we probably talk about another Community Day event, or a meetup somewhere, or even a Safari Zone event. So who knows? But either way, I want to travel to 5 different places because of Go Fest. So if we would look at it last year, let's see. Well, I went to Vegas, and it was mostly a guide trip, but I did spend time with Pokemon Master Holly, as you guys should have seen, whether it's in my video or in her actual live stream, because I was literally in it. Then I went to Indianapolis for Community Day. Then, of course, the week later, it was Go Fest, where I went to Chicago twice. One was for the Go Fest meetup, and the other one was for Go Fest itself. And then it was Japan for Pokemon Go. And then it was the Safari Zone event in Canada. So, yeah, I went to a few places last year. So, I'm going to go to 5 different places this year, solely because of Pokemon Go. And now, let's go on to number 2. That's something just spawned right there. I'll check out in a second. Let's go on to number 2. Number 2 is going to be extremely hard. And I failed to mention this in the beginning of this video. All my goals are from easiest to hardest. And this is going to be extremely hard. And in fact, this is the hardest goal on the list that I have total control over. Which means number 1 is going to be a doozy again. So, now, as you can see over there, you see a shiny Magnemite. That's not what I want you to pay your focus on. What I want you to pay your focus on is the amount of Stardust I have. I currently have 3,389,652 Stardust. By the end of the year, I want to have 10 million. Yes, I want to have 10 million Stardust. Now, this is including me using it to power up some Pokemon for whatever reason, for raids, for PvP, for Team Go Rocket battles, wherever the case may be. So after I do all of that, despite me doing all of that, by the end of the year, I want to have 10 million Stardust. So I'm going to try to do more raids, because you get Stardust from that, use star pieces, and that will help out big time. Use star pieces when I'm out and about catching Pokemon and stuff like that. That will help out as well. So basically, I got 6 million and 6.8 million Stardust to go in order for me to achieve that goal. Now let's see what is spawning up here. There's a lot of stuff here, but really that's the thing I'm gonna check on, this right here. And it's not shiny. All right, let's move on to number 1 on the list. Number 1 on this list is going to be a doozy. So if you recall last year, I said number 1 on the list, it was like a joint collaboration between me and the other person who had no clue I made this video or made this list. I didn't tell them about it. So basically last year I wanted to be best friends with Trainer Tips. And unfortunately that did not happen. More stuff is popping up, but nothing important. This year, it's kind of the same thing, but it doesn't involve just one person. Oh no! Instead, it involved a bunch of different people. So what is my number 1 goal for 2020 involving Pokemon Go? I want to be sponsored. I'm not joking. Yeah, I want to be sponsored. So it don't matter by who. It could be by Niantic. It could be by Samsung. I don't care who it is. I want to be sponsored by the end of 2020. So here's the thing. I'm close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you have not subscribed, please subscribe, because I think we're around 89 subscribers last I checked. 89 subscribers right away from 1,000. And I want to, take off from there, because somebody predicted I will have 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm not going that far. And let's look at Niantic's sponsorship for a second. So obviously they got 8 members or 8 sponsored Pokemon Go content creators on the list. Now on the surface only, there's not a lot of diversity. You have to go beneath the surface to find the diversity. So if they wanted to add somebody, you get the point here. I mean, they have a few options, but in terms of who's the most consistent? That's me. You know, no shout out, no this to it. I mean, next month is February. You know what I'm going to do in February. So, you know, no this or anything like that. But out of everybody who fits this bill that does this, I'm the most consistent. So, and hopefully I can get up there to the point where I can get sponsored. Whether, again, by Niantic, whether it's by Samsung or whoever. It's a stretch. It's a very close to impossible goal, but we'll see what happens at the end of 2020. I'll probably go laugh at it at the end of 2020 saying, what was I thinking making this goal? But who knows? We'll see what happens. So those are my 5 goals for 2020 involving Pokemon Go. So what are your goals? Leave your goals in the comment section below. So yeah, I'm wondering what your goals are for the year involving Pokemon Go. So I'm about to call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.
Subscribe. Thanks, man. Do it.
After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Lewis the trainer, articulating pain. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they rank 'em with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show 'em that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.